Hi Ukers, week 2 revision. So you've got your uke. You should be holding it in the correct position, so parallel to your body. You can have it slightly tilted or flat as long as your hand is at a right angle to the actual uke itself. Now today we revised the C chord, which is third finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. So that's that one, that's the C. And we also revised the G chord. So let's have a look. So there's your C, there's your G, that one moves to there. So you're playing your C chord like that. These two fingers are hovering, ready to go onto these two strings, and that one moves to there. So let me see that, let me see, there you go. So those two are on there, that one's on there. That's your G string. So that's your G chord. Hang on. This one's quite a small uke and I have a little bit of trouble getting my fingers in the position. There we go. So that's your G. And we also had a look at G7th. Now G7th is this finger here, your first finger, on the 1st fret of your Good Children Eat. So that's your E string. Good children eat apples. And you're going to have these two fingers, one slightly over the top, like that. So remember your G was these two fingers. Just turn it a bit side. There's these two fingers like that, and that one like that. So you're doing the same two strings, just with different fingers. So you're putting that one on there, and these two on here to get your G7th sound. Okay. And the reason why we're practicing this one, which is G7, the reason why we're practicing this one this week is so that we can do Achy Breaky Heart next week. So that's G to G7th to C, G7th to C, G7th to C, G7th to C. I'm going to get a bit closer so you can see that. G7th to C, G7th to C, and your other one is C to G. Yeah, getting stuck here with this little tiny uke. C to G. Oh. C to G. Okay, so the strumming pattern was down, up, down. So we're going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we're going to change to the G. So let's go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Changing to the G. Back to the C. Now we're going to change to the G7th. G7th. Back to the C and C. Back to the G7th. G7th, back to the C, back to the G7th. Okay, now if you can practice that for next week, if you can get the G7th correctly, I'm just going to show you that one more time. So you're going to be using your first finger here on the Good Children Eat, so it's on your E string, 1st fret. Good children eat, and then these two on these strings here. So one on your C and one on your A, like that. That's it. There. That's your G7th. Back to C, and remember your G is in this position here. So you have this finger on here and these two. Because you're playing your C, these two are hovering ready to go down on these strings here, like that. And then this one on the middle there for your G. Okay, so what you've learned today is you've learned C, you've learned G, or we've revised G, and we're also doing G7th, which is this one here. Okay, have a practice of that for during the week. Remember to get the pressure on your neck, on your strings, you use your thumb. So you use your thumb on the back of the neck of the ukulele, so you press on there, and that gives you the pressure to push your fingers down on here. If you don't put enough pressure on them, you'll get like a dead sound like that. So you have to put pressure on them to get the sound. This ukulele is very small for me. This is the first ukulele that I ever got. My dad bought me in let me see, I've scraped it on here somewhere. 1969, so you can see there, Dampier, there it is there. Dampier, 1969. So my father bought me this one way back then, and it's tiny, it's got a tiny little skinny neck on it. But I still manage, and I'll never give it away. So, okay, so getting back, hold your ukulele as straight as possible. Right angle, hold it, fit it into the curve of your hand, right angle so that your strings are going like that. Get as much pressure as you can, not too much, don't hurt yourself, but get enough pressure on the string to make the sound. If I just play loosely on that C, it will sound like that. But if I put pressure on it, you get a nice clean sound. Down, up, down. Okay, that's it folks. I'll look forward to seeing you next week.